United have just beaten Lyon in the Europa League and are going through to the semi-final. I'm going to say it from the off. That was genuinely the most dramatic game of football I think I've ever seen in my life. I honestly can't think of any others, especially in relation to Manchester United, that have gone that way. Like, that game of football was absolutely crazy. We were staring down the barrel of absolute devastation. It was just a roller coaster of emotions, and I think this is one of those games, right? I'm just going to say from the off that in 10, 20 years' time, people will talk about this game. And I know people are going to be like, oh, it's the quarterfinal of the Europa League. Like, look how far your standards have fallen. But just forget about the competition. Just forget about the game itself. The fact that Manchester United were 4-2 down at home against a 10-man Lyon side when we should have been 3 or 4-0 up in the first half. Let's just say that, right? 4-2 down in extra time against a 10-man Lyon side. And in the space of 6 minutes, we score 3 goals. 3 goals in 6 minutes. And the Mainu goal was absolutely breathtaking. Maguire, phenomenal. Maguire was a striker. I mean, who'd have thought, again, that Harry Maguire was the player that won us the game effectively, you know? And he is effective in that position. Obviously, you can't play Maguire as a striker every single game. Like, let's not be stupid here. But when you need a goal in the last kind of few minutes of a game and you stick Harry Maguire up front, he is effective. He wins headers. He's difficult in the box. Yes, he doesn't have pace. Yes, he's not a striker, but he is very physical. He's strong. And against a French side who generally the French league isn't that physical compared to the Premier League, it was a clever decision there from Ruben. And you know what? Overall, I'm just so happy for Ruben Amorim. I'm happy for the players. And I'm also happy for you, the Manchester United fan base, because I was sat there watching this game at 4-2 down, and I was just thinking, where do we go from here? You know, there was so many bleak thoughts going through my head. You never stop supporting your football team. You know, you go ups and lows, highs, but you can never stop supporting your football team. And I was watching them just like, I've never felt so disinterested with a team. And then within 6 minutes, everything just changes. And that's why football is such an amazing sport. And it's such a beautiful game to watch, because once in a blue moon, you get a game like this where obviously we've won, which is the most important thing. But just, we will remember this game, I think, honestly, for the rest of our lives. And I know people, again, are going to be like, why are you celebrating a Europa League match? I don't care what match it is. I don't care whether we're playing Lyon or we're playing, I don't know, someone in the Championship. When you have a game with this much drama, it will be remembered. It was crazy. I'm trying to get my words out here. I'm struggling a little bit, but we are through to the next round of the Europa League. Let's just look at it very, very simply. We're through to the next round of the Europa League, and we will be playing Athletic Club in the next round, which isn't going to be easy. Obviously, Tottenham went through as well. I think Lazio are winning on penalties at the moment. So at the moment, it looks like it'll be Tottenham versus Lazio, and then Athletic Club versus Manchester United. It's all gearing up for an English final, isn't it? I think, you know, where I say that Lazio were top of the group stage and Athletic Club were second. So it's not going to be easy for either of those two teams. But when you put in a performance in the last 6 minutes like we did there, anything can happen in football. And the game tonight has proved that. Anything can happen. You're up against a team of 10 men. They're 2 goals ahead of you with only 5 minutes left to play, and you get 3 goals. I mean, it just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. I was absolutely dreading the thought of going to penalties because Onana's not particularly great at saving penalties. We didn't have any strikers on the pitch. And I was thinking, even if we get to penalty shootout, right? Are we going to even go through? I wasn't convinced. You know, if I know, and maybe you think that's negative, but I honestly didn't think if we got to the penalty shootout that I was confident we'd go through. You know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we'll never know, will we? It's completely irrelevant. We have won the game. And whether you're a Manchester United fan or not, I assume you are if you're watching this match reaction. But that was honestly the most crazy game of football I think I've ever seen, especially the last 10 minutes. For Manchester United to let a 2-goal lead slip, to go 4-2 down against a team with 10 men. I mean, that on its own, let's just focus on that. We were 2-0 up at home, completely dominating. I don't think Lyon had any chances at all. And then next thing you know, it's 4-2 to Lyon and they're down to 10 men. I mean, there's so many bits to digest there. How do we get to that point? All the rest of it. But those last 6 minutes, it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. And like I said, I think this game will be won regardless of how the rest. Imagine if we win the Europa League as well. If we win the Europa, we've still got 3 more games to win the Europa League. Obviously, we've got to play 2 legs in the semi-final and then obviously 1 leg in the final. But if we were to win the Europa League now, I genuinely think that this game would go down in history because it would be so important in the route of how Manchester United got to the final. But I'm just filled with emotions of happiness. When those goals went in, even when the first goal went in, the Bruno one, I was like elated. And then the Mainu one goes in and you're like, okay. And then 30 seconds later, Harry Maguire scores the winner. And you know what? I do want to just say a special mention to Harry Maguire. He has got so much abuse over the years, which I think is wrong, to be honest. Yes, he's not the quickest. Yes, we paid too much money for him, but he is a model professional, Harry Maguire. He has had so much criticism from fans, from pundits, from the media, and he's done nothing but work hard. And I could not be more happy for Harry Maguire to have got that winner today. Should he stay at Manchester United? Probably not. Let's be real. I know he's got 1 more year on his contract. I would let him have that 1 more year. No problem at all. Is he the future? Definitely not. But I do think he is an inspiration to the other people in that team because let's look at the negatives really, really quickly. I know this is a positive moment, but we have to give a fair reflection here, right? To let a 2-goal lead slip at home against 10 men and then to be 4-2 down is not acceptable, right? It isn't. But we need people with the mentality of like Harry Maguire. And I know people are going to be laughing at this, probably like, oh, Harry Maguire's not very good, all the rest of it. I get it. But the point I'm making here is Harry Maguire was at rock bottom, right? He wasn't being picked. He lost his England spot. People were calling him all sorts of names. And now he's starting every single week for Manchester United. And the reason that he's done that is because he kept his head down. He worked hard. He didn't focus on the external media. He got on with his job. He was in the press conference with Ruben Amorim yesterday. You know, for me, he got his captaincy stripped of him. Think of all the things that Harry Maguire's been through. And for him to just score that goal has so much significance. So I'm absolutely buzzing about this game, guys. I'm so, so happy. I want you guys to let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And also, I want everybody who's watching this video to go and subscribe right now. Go and subscribe if you haven't already. I want to try and see. Let me have a look how many subscribers we're on really quickly. Because if I'm feeling generous tonight, all right? If we get to 42,000 subscribers by the end of this video, which is definitely possible, there's over 500 people watching now, I'm going to give out a free Manchester United shirt to one of the viewers of today's video. All you have to do is subscribe right now and get in the comment section and say the word Maguire. That's it. That's all you have to do. And if we get to 42k subscribers by the end of today's video, I will give out a Manchester United shirt. You can have any one you want. All you have to do is subscribe and also get in the comment section once the video goes live and write the word Maguire. Let's try and get to 42k, guys. We can definitely do it. And I will give out a Manchester United shirt. You know what? Screw it. I'll give out 2 Manchester United shirts if we can do that. So go and subscribe right now. If we get to 42k by the end of this video, 2 Manchester United shirts will be distributed. But anyway, let's get back to the game. So yeah, keep getting the Maguires in, keep subscribing, keep liking. Let's try and get as many people into this video and I'll give out 2 Manchester United shirts. There's 500 people in here. Like the video, everybody. Let's get people in here. Everybody in the chat, just keep writing subscribe to win 2 Manchester United shirts. Let's read out some of your comments as well. Daniel says, never in a million years did I think that we would get through this one because the mentality of the players has been very bad. But look, this is what we always want to see from them. We should keep going. 100%, mate. 100%. Mark says that we should sign Cherky. Yeah, I mean, I think at the moment let's just focus on this positive moment because I just didn't think that we would get to where we are now in this game. I just didn't see it. I thought all hope was lost. I was worried about Ruben Amorim. You saw shots of Jason Wilcox and Omar Barada sat there looking pretty concerned. And I was just seeing the worst. I was thinking, oh my God, are they going to sack him? Is this the end? I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest. I really, really don't. But the fact of the matter is we're through. And the momentum is with us now. The confidence is with us. Everything was against us tonight. To have got 3 goals in 6 minutes, to me, that tells me that we can go on and win this competition. And that has to be the goal, because if you go back to the beginning of this season, my goal for Manchester United, when Erik ten Hag was still the manager, was that we would win the Europa League. That was what I wanted from this season. That was all I wanted from this season. I didn't think we'd win the Premier League. I thought we'd finish in the top 10. But I just want to win that Europa League. I think it's such an important trophy for Manchester United. And I know people are going to be like, oh, it's embarrassing, all the rest of it. I don't care. It's a European trophy. We are where we are as a football club. We're not where we want to be, but we are where we are. And if we can get our hands on a European trophy this season and go through to the Champions League, it would be phenomenal. It'd be absolutely phenomenal for Manchester United. And do you know what's one of the craziest things about this game is? People were leaving the stadium. People were like, I'm done with this. I'm going. And next thing you know, they're all coming back into the stadium. The Manchester United fans were literally coming back into the stadium because, they all thought, what have I done? I better go back. Oh, I'm just absolutely elated. I'm so happy. Yeah, what a feeling. Just try and capture this feeling and put it in a jar. That's all you can do right now. We are going through to the semi-final of the Europa League. The season is not over. I'm a happy man. I'm going to wrap the video up here, guys. Thank you so much to every single one of you who's watching this video today. I really, really do appreciate you. Enjoy this moment. I'm going to leave the video here, and I'll speak to you all on the next one. Bye for now, everybody. Have a great evening. Enjoy this, and I'll speak to you all later.